Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to your weekly dose of celestial goodness. As always, thank you for joining me in this space and on this journey. I truly appreciate it. Jumping right in this week, we're picking up where we left off on our journey about the chakras. In our last conversation on this topic, we talked about the heart chakra. The heart chakra serves as a bridge between the higher and lower chakras, or between matter and spirit. Now we arrive at the fifth chakra, the throat chakra, or also known as the Vishuddha. This is the first of the higher chakras, and in my opinion, it's also a doorway into higher consciousness. Why is that? It's because I believe that this chakra comes with a certain level of responsibility. I also believe that when we're tuned to the throat chakra, we get to experience the world from a more wholesome and purer place. In fact, the word Vishuddha means pure, especially pure, and purification. This chakra, as my friend Mr. Rishi taught me, governs speaking your own truth, listening and being heard, communication, and finding your voice. This is the place where we work on expanding our voice and our personal will. Liz Simpson wrote that developing the throat chakra means choosing words that bring value to communication. A further implication of the Vishuddha is that only by successfully working through the lower four chakras can you reach the purification necessary to open the throat chakra. This implies that there's a certain level of thought and maturity that goes into not only speaking, but the act of listening. Active listening is very much a part of what this chakra is about. And it's imperative that we develop this skill to allow for better communication. I've seen reference to an acronym that I think is perfect for this topic. That acronym is THINK. I couldn't find the original source. Honestly, I got everything from Rumi to some self-attributions that really didn't seem to make sense. So, to whoever coined this, thank you. But this acronym says, before you speak, think. You are then invited to ask the following questions about what you're about to say. T, is it true? H, is it helpful? I, is it inspiring? N, is it necessary? And K, is it kind? I think that this is a useful guide for learning how to and actually speaking our truth. This is also tied into this notion, and this sits with me, that each word, each thought, and each action that emanates from us has some sort of consequence on everything and everyone around us. There are many, many, many opinions on what it means to speak your truth. Oprah said, "What I know for sure is that speaking your truth is the most powerful tool that we have." Some people feel that people should not be encouraged to speak their truth, thinking that someone's truth might not be the truth. I think that this is why this acronym is useful. All of the letters work together, and the first letter says, is it true? Something may feel true to you, but it may not be helpful to the conversation or kind. I think that this allows an opportunity to take a look into the things that we believe to be true. That being said, I do think that there are so many benefits to speaking your truth and finding your voice. Some of these things are that you end up feeling at peace. If you have ever had something to say and didn't speak up, it can create feelings of resentment and regret. It can also help to build your confidence and help you overcome fear that you may have in sharing your voice. What you may discover is that others feel the same way, or that you inspire someone or you feel more like your authentic self. And that is a very freeing feeling. Additionally, it has been my experience that if you don't speak up, people simply won't know what you want. I think humans have a tendency to think that everyone else is a mind reader and will know from our clues and from our behaviors what is it that we want. But life doesn't work that way. We have to tell people how we feel, what we need, and what we want. Brene Brown, who I love very much, has a quote that says, "Clear is kind." I use this in different settings, but it really guides how I communicate with others. Am I being clear? If you're not familiar with Brene's work, she does a lot of work on vulnerability. I know all of this work takes courage, and you have it. I know you have it. One of the quotes that I really like from her says, "Courage is a heart word. The root of the word courage is cor, the Latin word for heart. In one of its earliest forms, the word courage meant to speak one's mind by telling all of one's heart. Over time, this definition has changed, and today we typically associate courage with heroic and brave deeds. But in my opinion, this definition fails to recognize the inner strength and level of commitment required for us to actually speak honestly and openly about who we are and about our experiences, good and bad. Speaking from our hearts is what I think of as ordinary courage. I imagine that this is also why the heart chakra comes before the throat chakra. We had to build up our courage so that we could communicate in kind, honest, and real ways. Now, speaking is not the only part of this, as I mentioned before. Active listening is also a very important part of pure communication. Active listening means that you're fully engaged and immersed in what the other person is saying. When you give your full attention to what someone else is saying, you are showing respect, earning trust, and hopefully listening to hear, so that they can feel heard. Some features of active listening include asking questions to reflect back what was said, using verbal and nonverbal feedback, being patient, being non-judgmental, and asking for clarification and summarization. In active listening, you are not trying to one-up the other person, or drifting off with your own thoughts, or ignoring what you don't understand, rushing the speaker, or just pretending to pay attention. With active listening, you are truly giving the conversation the time and energy that it needs. And this is important in all relationships, and it's important also in modeling for others how you want to be listened to as well. The Vishuddha, or the throat chakra, is located in the region that is the throat, jaw, neck, mouth, and thyroid area. But more specifically, it's at the base of the neck in the back of the throat. This area is associated with authentic expression, speaking, listening, and even creativity. When there's an imbalance or blockage in the throat chakra, you might find that you have a harder time communicating effectively. Or you may be over-talkative, gossipy, dogmatic, arrogant, self-righteous, unreliable, hold inconsistent views, just a poor listener, or fearful and speaking your personal truth. Physical ailments can also include chronic sore throat, neck and shoulder pain, thyroid issues, mouth ulcers, gum disease, laryngitis, asthma, and hearing problems. When the throat chakra is in balance, we speak, listen, and express ourselves in our most authentic way. We are clear, kind, and inspiring. We listen well. We speak our truth in the best possible way. We are artistically inspired, have a good sense of timing. We can bring our creative projects into existence, and we're also more calm or calmer and more centered. This chakra also has a natural connection with the sacral chakra, the second chakra, which is our center of emotions and creativity. The element associated with the throat chakra is the ether or spirit. This chakra has a major role in connecting you to spirit, and so the ability to meditate is another important benefit of a balanced throat chakra. Once you do, you're also better able to align your vision with reality. Now, in my own life, I've worked hard to balance this chakra. There have been many times in my life when I did not say what I wanted to say or speak when I needed to. A lot of pain sat in this area of my world under a facade of saying what I thought people wanted to hear, thinking it would keep the peace. In reality, it made a bad situation for me. I was trapped within myself and unsure of who I was and what I wanted. This chakra requires us to speak up, both to ourselves and to others. What do you want? What do you like? What do you want to create? It has required a lot of speaking up, even when I feared rejection or concern that I would be viewed in a particular way. Sometimes I've spoken up on things and my voice has been shaky, very shaky. But in the end, it was something that needed to be said. I've also applied this sort of reality of the throat chakra to relationships, telling people what I need and asking them to share what they need in return. This lets me even know if I'm capable of handling what it is they need from me. And it reminds us both that neither of us are mind readers. I've also made an effort to truly listen, not just to respond, but to make sure that I understand what is being said to me. It has really improved my relationships, and it is still very much a work in progress. So, what are some ways to balance the throat chakra? Meditation, of course. Meditation is a super important function of the throat chakra, and many meditations out there can help you to concentrate healing energies to the throat area. Each chakra is associated with a particular sound, and the throat chakra is associated with the sound hum. Meditating and chanting to hum for even a few minutes can be so beneficial to balancing the throat chakra. You could also listen to 741 hertz while meditating. This frequency resonates with the throat chakra. It helps to generate clear ideas, to inspire creative thinking, clear communication, empowerment, and confidence. And crystal healing, and I love crystals. Crystals vibrate with the different types of energies. And healing crystals for the throat chakra are crystals that are blue in color. These include sodalite, lapis lazuli, a favorite, aquamarine, blue celestite, turquoise, blue lace agate, blue quartz, kyanite, labradorite, and chrysocolla. Carrying these close to you and placing these gemstones on the area of your throat chakra while laying down can be very beneficial to helping with alignment. And then colors. Surround yourself with the color blue. Blue is one of the most calming and beautiful colors. Wear blue or add some to your decor. Foods. Blue and purple foods resonate with the chakra. So blueberries, for example, or purple grapes. Blackberries are also great. Additionally, water and herbal teas are also very important for throat chakra healing. Sing. If you know me, you know that I'm prone to bursting out in song, even though I don't consider myself someone who has a singing voice. Speaking, singing, reading poetry out loud, and using this part of your body is very helpful. Neck and shoulder stretches and massages are also very beneficial for this chakra. And seeking therapy. If you've watched these videos before, you know that I always will include this because it's something that I think is so helpful. Of course, I know that there are barriers to some people for getting really good therapy, but I think it's so helpful to have someone neutral to speak with openly and honestly. So I will continue to include this resource, links in the description below. Another thing you can do is connect with the element of spirit or ether. And I have a video and a blog post on that. And then you can practice your affirmations, and here are a few. What I have to say is worthy of being heard. My voice is becoming stronger. I speak my truth freely and openly. I hear and speak the truth. I express myself clearly. I love to share my experiences and wisdom, and I know when it's time to listen. I listen to my body and my feelings to know what my truth is. I live in my truth. I communicate my truth. I am the truth. As always, I hope that this information has been beneficial to you and will be beneficial on your journey. Also, I hope that you can apply it in a very practical manner. Please let me know if there's anything that works well for you. And also, please feel free to drop more tips and suggestions in the comments. If you're enjoying these videos, and I hope you are, please continue to like, share, subscribe, and comment. May the stars shine brightly over your week, and truly, may you feel safe and free and comfortable in expressing your truth. Thank you. Have a wonderful week.